And what, yeah. Well, sure she is. Two of my sisters moved out. I only got to be talking about that. So, and you, in lot of mine, Amy. Oh. They're all great stories. No, sure. No.
Please enter your participant or moderator code followed by the pound key. Please say your name. You are the first participant in the conference.
And so we were in the hospital. We went over to the delivery garage. We got folks in the ER. So it always, you know. And so I told you, very nice stuff to see him up there. Because he was there like a couple of months. And just very wonderful. You can go on Google about babes on goats. So we wanted to show.
I took a picture.
And I said, show him what's in his backyard. He'll get that.
It wasn't too long after that.
I don't know what you're doing in your backyard. You guys got a big day today. Today's Monday, right?
Yeah. Got a few things to organize.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, like I said, I take no responsibility at all. Yeah.
Well, she's been sworn in, now she's gonna get sworn in. 50% of them are happy usually.
Did your dad make it back okay?
Yep, no, he's home. Home and been fed a couple times already.
Oh, life is good.
Yeah.
Okay, see you guys.
Should we just say the Pledge of Allegiance from out here and then do our organization on the seats?
Oh, I
Well, we
guess,
don't have to do like red, green, and everybody sit down. All right, everybody stand up.
yeah. All right, just a second, let me get my phone out of my hand. Say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So you lead the conversation.
I lead the conversation.
Yeah, the current chair.
And does he, do I have to make a motion to appoint the
Yeah.
next chair?
Approve the minutes and agenda.
Oh, okay, all right, let's see. Okay, we did the cash count, approve,
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes and agenda as presented.
I'll second that.
okay. On a motion from Derby and a second from Smith to approve the minutes and agenda, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Organizational meeting, appoint chair and vice chair. Well, so I'll make the motion to appoint you as the chair then,
Okay.
and would Susan be the vice chair then?
Yeah, that
Yes.
sounded like it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll second that.
Okay, and a motion from Jensvold and a second from Smith to appoint, I'm gonna have a hard time not saying Stenzer.
That's okay. It
Yeah.
starts with the same letter.
Yeah, to appoint Terry as chair and, or Derby as chair and Smith as vice chair. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, now we can take our official seats, I guess.
All right. So, do we have her plaque here yet?
No.
All right, organizational meeting. Under B now, appointments to several boards. My glasses in my coat. Do we have the phone up and going?
Yep.
Did we have anybody that wanted to step down or?
No, the important one is we need to appoint, you guys already appointed Dave Peterson to
Does he have a
the
copy of it?
magistrate.
I don't have a copy.
Can we make Bill a copy?
Yep.
You have a copy of it?
I have from last week,
Okay.
but I don't have a copy of the agenda. Are you supposed to have a
Oh,
copy of the agenda or just
In
use
your
that?
box, maybe,
I brought her mail, she didn't have one in there.
If you want one, I can put one in there.
or, yeah.
I have two, but
Oh.
they're different. Both for January 4th, but they're just slightly different.
Yeah, I'll grab it by another function.
Hit cancel, because I was trying to print the board appointments, but it's the wrong paper.
First about everything.
Should pay attention, see how to run that thing.
I'm still learning.
Oh, that's right, this is a new one. Well, new to us, it's an old one, isn't it?
Still got a lot to.
I can look up that too.
What's that?
I can look up there too.
Oh, no, she's got you an
Oh,
agenda,
she did.
or no?
Did you get it?
No, I didn't get her agenda. I
It's still tight up.
printed out this.
Is it any different from the one we got last week, Ben? No changes.
Yeah, there should be some changes
So
on
this
this.
is the new current one. Well, I guess I need, other than me, in the mic extension.
We made some changes, like the the care connections.
Oh, the titles and those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
changed that and stuff too.
Now we're all on the same one.
Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, when we sign things up here, it always has to be in blue ink.
Okay.
Most of the pens around here are blue. Every now and then somebody smuggles a black one.
I like that too, and you know what's the copy and what's the original.
Staffers for approving receipts.
Okay,
If I'm gone, you may have to run them one day.
okay, I'll read the lesson.
Well, we
It's a big responsibility.
two this in it. So, should we start at the top then?
Sure.
I'm going to serve on the Central Iowa Juvenile Detention Board down at Eldora. Sue?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I guess I can be the alternate. Chemical Dependency, Prairie Ridge. Bill, do you go to that? Does that meet often or?
I don't think I've ever been to it.
Yeah, it seems like something changed.
I've never seen it, I don't remember ever seeing anything that said there was a meeting.
Yeah, so we've never had any notice of, I don't know if it's an advisory board or what it is, but never heard anything about it. So you'll stay on that one then?
Yeah, no, I'll take that one.
How about if I trade you?
I'll tell you what, I'll trade you for that if you take mental health.
Oh,
Right now, the hard stuff's over with now. I don't know why I'd want to get off of it
We
now.
hope.
Well, yeah, hopefully there's not.
So our chief medical examiners, I imagine we're gonna keep, Carlson's gone, right? Or, no, he's still there. Yeah, Carlson's still there.
Mhm.
So we'll keep those two. Citizens Advisory Board to Cherokee. You wanna be on that one and maybe check it out once and see?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Mike says it wasn't worth going to because you have no say and it's just so out of control, what his opinion was
They meet
over in Cherokee.
how often?
It's quarterly or.
Quarterly or something? Yeah, that's fine.
It'd be nice if somebody would go to an annual one or something when they,
I'm sure they're
I've
all.
never seen communication on it, so.
fine.
Civil Service Commission. See, nobody's up, so nothing there. Conference board, we're all three on the conference board for the assessor's budget. And we've served with us three come to the meeting as one unit. The school boards come as one unit, and the cities come as one
And
unit.
that's the one where this board has one vote
One vote for the three of
for
us.
the three, okay.
And sometimes the quorum is met by a phone call. Just, some of the other entities. We usually do it like at 11:30 on our meeting day. So after our meeting's over, then we meet with the assessor. So it's not too much for us to be here. The others have to come from other places. And we don't appoint the other ones. Ag Extension Council. So.
Those are elected, and
Yeah, I
I
was
just
gonna
need to
say.
put those in that belong there.
Okay. Board of Health, you willing to serve on that one then?
Yes.
Hey, Terry,
Yes.
you want to tell her we will be meeting on the 15th then at 8 o'clock here at the office?
Yes.
Okay.
We're every third Friday of the month.
And you've got her email address?
No, I do not.
It's pretty much like the rest of them.
Okay,
First name, last name with a dot in between.
okay. All right, I usually send the agenda out the Monday of the week of the meeting.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks. Okay. Board of Review, this is down in the assessor's office. I used to serve on this before I got on this board. This is where if you want to challenge your valuation of your taxes or your property, you can petition, and the first part of May they meet, so. I guess Marissa's the one that's up for renewal. She just got on not that long ago.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming she'll probably want to stay on. County Conservation Board, who's up?
Tim wanted to be reappointed.
Oh, he is up, yeah. Okay.
And Mike Court?
I think we reappointed him last year. I need to check the date, yep.
Oh, I guess mine has the 2024.
On Mike's,
Yeah. The one I printed last week.
this is 19 on this
Yeah,
one.
the one over there.
Yeah, the one I got says 19.
Okay, that's right, I just got,
I have no problem with Tim serving again. County Judicial Magistrate nominee.
That's one I emailed you about.
Yeah, and I guess I was a little confused by what you were saying. So Tom Lillquist is gone.
Right, and you appointed Dave Peterson to that position.
Oh, okay, so that replaced Tom.
Yep, and it's then if you want to keep the other two or if you want to find somebody new.
Rustin Davenport.
Actually, we can't use Richard Schwarm or Jane, they're both attorneys, right?
Right.
We have to have two people that are not attorneys or law enforcement to serve in those
So this
positions.
is a 5-member board?
It depends on what the clerk of court does. That's the problem. So if they appoint 3 attorneys, we appoint 3 people. If they appoint 2 attorneys, we appoint 2 people.
All right.
So it just depends on what they do. But we need 3 people, so in case they appoint 3 people.
So the ones that are up for us are Rustin Davenport.
Nope, that's
He's a lawyer?
theirs. I think we appointed Jane Wright and Richard Swarm last time, but we were incorrect in doing so because we can't appoint attorneys or law enforcement.
Now, is Dave, now that he's retired law enforcement, still considered law enforcement?
No, he's not
He's a
active law
citizen.
enforcement.
He's a citizen.
And Tim Gertis is not law enforcement.
is this the Lake Mills Dave Anderson, or is that a different Dave Anderson?
It's this former sheriff,
Oh,
right?
And maybe those are ours, Tim Gertis, Dave Anderson, and Tom Bosma,
That's
Are
what I was
those-
thinking.
not law enforcement or
yeah, those 3
attorneys.
are not.
So maybe those were the 3 that we appointed before.
Right. Well, I guess if they're willing to serve. But before, Dave Anderson couldn't have served then? Not Dave Anderson, oh, I'm
Dave
thinking Dave
Peterson.
Peterson, yeah. And you're wanting to put Dave Peterson on it?
But we already did.
But we just put him on for now. He wasn't on before his retirement.
So this,
Well, he wasn't
Lillquist.
retired when we appointed him, but he's now retired, so
Mhm.
when it takes effect, so.
So why does his expire in 2020 then?
Because I haven't changed the date yet.
Oh.
I just put his name in there just this
plug it
morning.
in?
Yeah, right before I printed it.
So you're talking about Dave Peterson, right?
Mhm.
And that, so technically his term expires when?
26.
Okay.
All of these will expire. It's the 6-year term.
Okay, so we're appointing 4 of them then? Or Dave's already on it for,
Dave's already on, so we just need 2 more.
all right. Why 2 more? Because we had 4 before, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure, I don't understand. Because I gave you the code section.
Yeah.
I don't know if you read it or not, but I don't know if the former county attorney didn't tell us right. I don't know what happened. I just know that I have the code section and the county attorney told me that we needed to appoint 3 people, depending on what they did in the clerk of court's office.
Regardless. So we may have to have clarification on that a little more before we can finalize that one.
Let me pull up my email. But I think you just need 2 people, because we already picked Dave.
I'm not even sure who Rustin Davenport is.
He's a judge.
Oh, so he's not one of them.
He's not one of yours.
Okay.
So what do you just need to ask these, 2 of these people who are not in law
Are there
enforcement?
some of them that are expiring, or?
Well, they're all
three.
expiring,
They're all
except
expiring?
Dave, because you reappointed him for the new position.
All right.
Well, I guess my opinion is if we only need 2 out of the 3, we could take one from Lake Mills and one, and Tom Bosma's from Buffalo. Or is he?
You know, I thought I knew them all, but I'm not sure on this one. That's about my name.
Yeah. So you're suggesting that if it is, if Bosma is Buffalo Center person, have Tim Gertis and Tom Bosma?
Or Dave and Tom too.
The Board of Supervisors of each county shall appoint 3 electors to the Magistrate Appointing Commission for the county for 6-year terms. There's one attorney, if there's one attorney elected pursuant to section 602.6504, the County Board of Supervisors shall only appoint 2 commissioners, and if no attorney is elected, the Board of Supervisors shall only appoint 1 commissioner. The Board of Supervisors should not appoint any attorney or active law enforcement. The county auditor shall certify to the clerk of court the district name and addresses for those people.
So we've got 2 attorneys on there. Does that mean we can have 4 other appointees then?
No.
Oh.
So then it says, the next section says, so there's 3 members appointed by the Board of Supervisors or the lesser number provided by the code. 2 attorneys elected by the attorneys in the county or lesser number provided in the code. The clerk of court shall maintain a permanent record of the name and addresses. So like I said, it depends on what they do. So if they appoint, if they select 2 attorneys, we select 2 people. If they select 3 attorneys, we select 3 people.
Do without this now.
I know it's,
I got so used to it.
I'm confused.
Yeah, it's
we
not
can
real
call
clear.
Kelsey.
She's got court. I suppose that doesn't start till 9, know what time.
It's 8:56. She should be in her office for a couple more minutes. No.
She's probably already over there.
She was hoping that I was gonna plea out this morning.
I'm guessing with the numbers that are here already that they would appoint those same people, so we need 3 people.
Okay. And that includes Dave Peterson?
Yes, so we need 2 more.
Well, I didn't find Tom Bosma any of her ownership records. I'm not sure who he is.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it,
You want to just go with the other 2 then?
I suppose.
So we know who they are. You okay with that, Susan?
Yeah, I was just trying to find them too, but. Yeah,
I looked up Bosma in all our county records and didn't find anything, so. All right. I guess I'm
so
okay.
they'll both be from Lake Mills.
Yeah,
Well, they'll all 3 be from Lake Mills.
yeah. I don't know what other fill-in we'd have there.
If that
Because
matters.
Tim used to be a deputy in law enforcement. Dave was the mayor, and
I don't see a problem with it.
It's more for just appointing judges
It's
to
to
this
appoint the
court.
magistrate.
Yeah. There's not a lot of choices when it comes to magistrate too. Very few choices in this area. So I don't think there'd be any controversy there. You guys okay with that? Tim Gertis, Dave Anderson, and Dave Peterson remains 2026?
I am.
Yeah.
All right. Planning and Zoning Commission, we've got,
There should be nobody up because
right. They're all 21 or 22. And it's Care Connection Board. We've got Bill. And then like on that one, we don't show an alternate. I suppose we should
you
have
can
an
pick one if you
Yeah,
want.
we should probably have an official alternate, just for the purpose of voting. The last board we were involved with, it seemed like it was pretty critical. I think I was the alternate on that at one point, when you couldn't make it.
Yeah. Mike went through a couple of them for me though.
Did he?
Yeah.
So we just kind of swapped it out.
Yeah, I don't know whether, it seems like he was the alternate for some reason.
Okay. Maybe I went because he couldn't go, and you couldn't go.
Yeah. Because I know there was a couple times he went to the meetings for me, they're different. Back when all the excitement was going on.
Okay. Well, you want to be the alternate on the Care Connection?
Sure.
It's a lot more friendly.
Yeah.
And small.
That's-
Before it was a
We
very
used to be in
large
the
room.
22 county region, and sometimes the meetings were in Al McKee County. We were watching the Mississippi flow by as we were having the meeting.
Oh, wow. Hmm.
Now, is it always the same place now?
It's always in Emmitsburg now.
Pittsburgh? Okay, County's Zoning Board of Adjustment. This is slightly different than the Planning and Zoning Commission. Some continuity. Mark Anderson. So. He did indicate he wanted off, right? So we could probably just appoint him back on. Everybody okay with that?
It says Harley Hasenberg's expires in 2019.
He was reappointed last year.
Yeah, I've got 24 in this one.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, both this one and that one are not updated, so we'll get updated ones, I'm
So
sure.
the one I've got,
I think my staff and I were each using different spreadsheets, so that's why they're,
the one that I printed the one that you sent out to us, so
Okay.
it's more updated than
the one I'm using right now.
yeah.
Okay.
DHS Service Area Board. I have no idea what they do on that one.
Bobby Jensen is going to be retiring. I think
She's off anyway, because she's not,
that she's not on there anymore.
Should we call Sandy on this one? Maybe she can enlighten us what this does. There it is. Imagine I have to dial from here. That's not it. Got it in the wrong column.
So is she in the basement?
Hi Sandy, this is Terry. Say we're going through our list and the DHS Service Area Board, they don't have that anymore? Well, you, me, and Bobby were the three on it. And, okay, so it's not, you just take it off the list, you think? Well, yeah, we've got that one separate. Okay. All right, thanks. Take it off the list. Non-existent. In our animal feeding board, yeah, they've never really met, but I'm sure it's a part of the DNR's thing. If they ever have to change any way they feed deer and whatever. I guess I'll stay on that one. The E911 board I've been serving on, that's where the cities and there's actually two that meet. There's the E911 and then there's the emergency management. What's the other one called? So I know we have like that committee meeting and then we have the called on here. Because when we meet out at the emergency management at the law enforcement center, there's somebody from Crystal Lake at one of the meetings, but not the other, because Crystal Lake is part of one committee. I think they're part of the 911, but not our, now what is that called? Jennifer's budget.
That'd just be 911.
Is it just 911? Or what's
I mean, there's a
Andy's budget?
Andy's is emergency management, but Jen also has a communications board, or communications budget.
Yeah. So basically, the E911 board that I serve on two committees, or a committee and a board. So I guess it covers both. The county pays 50% and the cities pay 50% collectively, right, on that budget.
Say that again.
The county pays 50% of that budget and the cities pay 50% collectively.
Yep.
Okay.
Before you go on to the next one, on my list, it has that ECNCI, that early childhood one that you guys
Okay.
railroaded me on. So that, is that on your list even or not?
It's new. Somewhere.
It's just right above E911 on ours.
Yeah, I was just noticing it's not on his, so.
NIC,
ECNCI,
NCI.
early childhood North Central Iowa.
Yeah. That'd be new. And then eminent domain board is, where's that at?
We have the I don't have the attached sheet.
Not showing what's on it. You have information on that one?
I do.
on committees.
Yeah, some more active than others. Yeah, some of these you never hear from them,
Right.
but it's a fiduciary responsibility to be a part of.
There are groups of, there's this group, and then there's 4 groups, so I'm just gonna look at it.
Depending on where the incident is, or
Well, there's 4 groups, there's like an ag group, a commercial group, a something group.
Eminent Domain Commission. Group 1, owners, operators, agriculture.
so they only act on their cases then.
I don't know that answer.
Group 2 are owners of city property. Looks like we've got somebody from every city for the most part on this. Group 3 is the real estate salespeople or brokers. Group 4 is bankers and business people.
Anybody on there that's moved out or deceased?
The ones that I know are from up in my area. They're all still. Elrich Lake still lives in Thompson, doesn't he?
No, they moved. They're gone.
Yeah, they did move. Okay, you know, I was thinking, I thought I heard they moved. So,
Jared Swearingen bought the house. So that
and I hadn't seen him in a while, so I'm like, and then it kind of seemed like I'd heard maybe he was gonna move.
So that was in the category of lenders, or
That's in bankers and business people.
who's all on that?
Adam McCord, Michael Swenson, Don Helgeson, Troy Hall, Lyle Hippen, Elroy Schlake, and Craig Johnson.
Elroy used to work for FTSB.
Yeah.
So if we found somebody from STSB, maybe.
Yeah. And, Wayne Brownway, I'm sure they do it, if that guy asked him.
How many, is there anybody else from Buffalo Center on that part of it?
Lyle Hippen,
Okay.
you know him?
I do.
You know him?
You said the name was what?
Lyle Hippen?
No, the other one you're talking
Oh,
about.
Elroy Schlake.
No, as a replacement possible.
Oh, Wayne Brownway.
I don't know.
You know where Mark Osterman lives?
Not really.
He grew up in an acreage outside of Buffalo, and he works for Farmers Trust in Sager's Bank. Or I could get, well, she's gonna retire though, pretty soon.
Yeah, we want to keep somebody that's active. No, he'd probably be fine. I mean, if you
Yeah,
want to
he's,
check with him.
Jessa works there.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I'm just,
Jessa?
or, she's younger. I can put the word out in the bank, I guess, and see if there's
They can get a replacement for,
someone who would wanna volunteer.
a recommendation for the replacement for Elroy.
Yeah.
I think that'd be okay.
Yeah, like on the old and somebody.
Yeah, it's kind of a critical commission when it comes down to, because eminent domain is not a friendly subject.
No.
You guys have had to deal with,
Only one time when we did the road on 842, I think. That was back before you were on
I
it.
was gonna say, I don't
We
remember.
widened the road right away, I think. I don't think it was much of anything. I think it was just a small case we had to just give valuation.
I don't
dealt
remember.
with as all of us.
Seems like I could remember something being discussed once because there was some kind of a controversy, but it ended up being resolved.
Yeah, I think it was just more, he thought his land was worth more than what was being offered,
Yeah.
and it didn't take much, so.
Here's one, I think, that, Vernon Gold
Yeah.
needs to be replaced.
So,
Milford Housen, that one needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
Vernon Gold, is he related to the old sheriff?
Yeah,
Like brother
my
or
wife's related to
cousin
it
or
too.
something?
So there's two on
Brother,
owners,
cousin, or-
operators, agriculture that needs to go off of that one. And James Kingland, he just passed away. That's owners of city property. He needs to be replaced. So there's 3 already. And then, where did they move?
And Scott Helgeson doesn't live in the
I-
county anymore, right?
It seems like I heard that they
Because
were.
we had to take him
like
off another one because of that.
Oh, wow.
He's from Nebraska originally.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It seems like one of the daughters lives there or something, but I could be completely wrong on that. I got a really good memory, just didn't last very long.
And,
So we've got 4 we probably need to replace. 2 in the owners, operators, and agriculture for Vernon Gold and Milford Helgeson. And 1 on the city property owners, James Kingland, and Scott Helgeson is no longer living in the county. Doesn't live out Appalachian.
oh, it was just outside of the, oh,
He had to get off another board too,
really?
previously.
His house is on the other side of the, really? I always judge it by the lake. You know, when I look at the lake, it's just on the east side of the entrance to Rice Lake. Hmm.
Oh yeah, and then we got Taylor.
Is that 5 then?
Yeah, 5 altogether. And we're gonna leave it to FTSB to come up with a nomination suggestion for bankers, real estate people. It's like,
Can you serve on multiple boards? I mean, like,
Yeah.
could Melissa be on that board even though she's on another board too?
she does live in the county, right?
She lives in Forest City.
She, and then we said, we gotta make sure it's in Winnebago County.
Oh, that's true.
We've had some of those. But I think she lives, yeah, we could put her on there.
Is she still a realtor?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then city property owners,
If you're looking for a Lake Mills one, you know, we have a couple new businesses on Main Street that they might be.
what about coal?
Coal businesses, sure.
You okay with that? Leon's son, Cole Christensen. Christensen Interior.
Kelly Dow or Heather Yeoman or, you know.
Yeah, I suppose we're supposed to be looking for more gender equity too.
What's Julie Olsen?
Well, then wheels must be locked.
You know, Donna.
Yes,
Spencer's
yep.
wife.
So when it says owners of city property, does that mean residential?
live in
or
the
is it
city.
Just, that's all, oh, so it could be. any-
3 out of the 4 were locked.
You know, I fought that for a year, Bill, and I
What?
fought that for a year and I never did figure that out.
You ever thought about unlocking the wheels? Well, I'm not exactly sure one of them. I'm on. Which one's not turned? The don't turn very good. One of them's still.
So is that the supervisor's responsibility to fill those vacancies then?
Yeah. Concentrate on
Mhm.
who else besides Kelly? You said the other name you brought up,
Heather Yeoman,
but it's,
they own she and her wife own the exercise
oh, yeah.
place on Main Street. They live in town. I mean, I could make a phone call on the city property one easily. Couple phone calls and ask. If Bill's gonna ask it at TSB.
Um, Yeah, if you wanna figure that one out. And then
I think those are like those people too.
yeah,
Maybe I can have a copy of this and
that's still a lot.
when do they need to be appointed?
Well, we do some today and then we do a final list later.
Yeah, we can do, usually I like to have them by the end of the month. I have another one of those books, Terry, if you just wanna, you don't have to make me a copy, I'll just grab another book.
Well, if I make a couple copies though, and
We're gonna be redoing the books anyway, though,
yeah,
so.
wow. All right, yeah.
So Milford's been gone for quite a while.
Yeah, that one slipped by us last year. Probably because it was never with this list.
Sure.
Almost need to make it part of the spreadsheet. So I would say Vernon Bolt represented ag out in the country, and so did Milford.
You know who would like to take his grandpa's
Yeah,
place? Or maybe you can ask that for next year, is
Yes, sir.
this is
incorporated
incorporated
into the
into
spreadsheet.
this sheet.
Yeah.
Those people, because then it would stay updated maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, this list has stuff
Well,
that's
he's
still on the board of review.
On the list is,
So I have to update that.
sure it doesn't appear. Oh, there it is. He's, on the County Judicial Magistrate Nomination Committee. And, none of us know who he is. Evidently right now, but the one you know has been gone for years. Both of them. It would have had to have been within 6 years. It's a 6-year term. and it expired this year, but they've all been gone longer than 6 years, right?
Andy, or Eric Stevens. Mhm. Works in the parents.
Is it really?
It's also, is he working? for
Okay.
That place over in
Um,
tried to find something. Very good. It's put in a hole.
Oh,
okay, now that's possible. I guess I've only known him as Ray, so,
I think probably gonna
yeah.
irritate me more.
I think his heart's completely against it. Anybody else other than Aaron's?
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that could be then.
Melissa covers a lot of that in there, you know.
All right,
Harris is
all right, well, you
Yeah.
muddied the water a little bit then.
A lot of these people are getting
All
old,
right, thanks.
you know,
But
on here, on these lists.
So real estate, we could just.
I sent a message a while ago to Steve Bosma, asking who Thomas Bosma was. His great-grandfather and an uncle were both Thomas Bosmas, but they're gone. And Ray Bosma, you know Ray,
Yeah, a little
used
bit.
to do the TV stuff and all that. Steve is thinking his name is really Thomas Ray, or Ray Thomas or Thomas Ray, one or the other. He's gone by Ray for so long, I never heard that. Even Steve had to,
Yeah, I don't know, when I looked up county records for property, it didn't show up.
well, you got to look under Ray. He's probably got it under Ray
I
Bosma.
just put up Boston.
Oh, you just put Bosma?
That looked shows.
Well, there should be property under the Bosma name,
Well, there is.
Yeah.
Not,
but I, you know, if he's got himself as Thomas Bosma here, I can't understand why he wouldn't have it, his property the same way, even if he did go by Ray. I would think he'd have Ray Bosma on here if it was, and he's at least 85.
so I've got an Alfred James, Katie, Linda, Mark, and Richard, like I said. It must not be in his name.
Yeah, and Steve didn't know, other than possibly being Ray. Was there stuff under the name Ray?
Richard was the closest.
Richard was
Richard's life estate.
over there. Unless that's a lawyer from somewhere else. The people on that aren't all from Winnebago County, are they?
Well, they should, well,
Because like that Rusted Davenport, where's he?
no, he's from, I don't know
That's
where
not
he's
our
from, maybe
appointment.
from Fort Dodge.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's one of the other, or is this Thomas Bosma under our appointments?
I think it's under your.
Under our appointments.
But you decided to use Tim Curtis, Dave Anderson, and Deb.
Yeah, because we didn't know, yeah.
What do you want to put, Mike instead of Mike?
There'll be some eminent domain issues coming up.
I don't know. Probably not.
I would think that one of the Hobsons would be happy to take that because he was in that position at one time. And I can't really speak for them, but
Yeah. Might go south now.
not this year, I don't think. But yeah, they do.
Wouldn't normally.
Mhm. Where's Ron Rigg?
North of Thompson.
Ron and Tom, Lance would be the other brother.
When we have, if we have a public hearing for our budget, we go around the county, they'll find us.
Okay.
They ask really good questions. I always enjoy talking to those guys.
Oh, yeah, they're just the salt of the earth people.
They've been on school board, or at least Ron has.
Yeah. Well, I think Tom was at one time too, it seems like.
Yeah, I've seen what they do.
They
They're
help.
pretty mindful of the tax monies.
I don't know if they did last year, but they've, Ron has always helped coach track too. And you buy them all sweatshirts or jackets or, he's a good guy.
So Vernon Volz, south of Lake Mills. John Johnson,
Or one of these boys.
I would say maybe something from that family.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna talk to them?
And,
I don't wanna put off work on you this year.
yeah, I'll call.
Bad thing is I get 2 townships. You guys got the rest of the county.
I'll call him. Or maybe even, Nancy, his wife.
Oh, his wife, yeah. Yeah, we should get to work in more women. She would be part owner in that, so. And then maybe the same. Hell, this is area.
Want me to call them?
Wondering.
Actually, there'd be, 2 of the Helgeson boys, now live. One lives out in Milford's old house, and,
Which one lives there?
I won't be able to say his name. And then Matt, of course.
Yeah.
But I can call both of them for the owners, operators of agriculture.
I would say, yeah, if we can work in some,
And you just gonna put Melissa in for Scott Helgeson?
if she's willing to do it, yeah. James Kingland, you were gonna check with somebody there. Property owner in the city.
Yep.
And then, I don't know, I suppose we should probably have, when FTSB looks at a nomination, maybe we should look at a female possibility, because we're trying to go gender balance.
Yeah, that's mostly,
Jessa
Females
might do
working
it
in
over
there,
there. Jessa
Jessa
might.
probably, yeah.
I'm sure there's other women in the offices too, over there.
I would say most of the people that work in the bank there, well, it's probably about that.
Well, I guess we've got those covered anyway, right? For now.
Yeah, make some phone calls.
So we'll put this on the agenda next week again. Okay, on to Enterprise Zone Commission. Looks like it's economic development. Paul Fitzgerald, he's still around, right? Carla?
What's that?
Is Paul Fitzgerald still around?
Yep.
And, yeah, I guess I did see him voting. He voted the same day I did. And Dave Jr.'s still around.
Who is Melissa?
Where's that?
Like Kelly,
Michaelis, you met her. Or economic,
Oh.
Woodruff Bedfield.
Oh, it doesn't have an S on it. It's spelled differently on mine.
Oh, the cell, it was bigger on yours.
Oh,
The cell
okay.
knocked it off.
Yep, it did.
I thought about it, Norwich Lake was actually from Thompson. You need one from Thompson, there's already somebody from Buffalo Center on there, Lap Hippen.
But I think it was more of an appointment from the bank, I'm not sure. See, which one was that on now?
That's on group number 4, bankers and business people.
So we go back to, because we've got Adam McCore from the Thompson Bank.
Yep.
And Julie Olson works at the Thompson Bank, but is on another category. And Adam's more rural. He lives,
Yeah, he kind of covers Thompson in a sense, because he works there, but,
he lives rural between Thompson and Fort City.
yeah, I've been to this place before.
And they got 2 lumberyard owners.
I didn't know if we needed one with a Thompson address, or,
And Mike Swenson used to be a banker, now he's in insurance.
yeah. I don't know if he was ever in the banking end.
No, he
He
was
was always
just
in the insurance end of the bank,
I guess business people he'd be under.
yeah. So Adams in a bank, and the other ones I'm not sure. Michael Swan, or Don Helgeson,
That's
Business
lumberyard.
owner,
Troy Hall,
He's in Fort City at the bank.
investments.
yeah, that's a
Investments,
banker,
yeah.
and Craig Johnson.
He's also bank in Fort City.
So the banks are fairly well represented on there. If we needed a business person from Thompson, or
You know, one that might be good on it, be willing to do it, would be Dan, Dan, he's got Ag Advantage.
Maybe,
No,
no.
and
oh,
Thompson.
Dan, Abels.
Abels, yeah.
It started with A. I couldn't think of it.
You want me to talk to
I think that'd be
Dan
good.
Abels? Take Elroy's place instead?
Yeah, if you want. I'd be talking.
You're driving right by there.
Yeah.
Pull in.
Either his business or his house.
He always takes it back.
But yeah, I do. I usually do, unless I go out that way for some reason.
You can't even see the guys at coffee anymore.
No,
So how, is this what's the term on that, or when I talk to,
Eminent Domain Commission.
no, but I mean, how long is the term, forever?
I think it's yearly or,
I think you have to die to get off that board or
Okay.
move out of the county.
Okay. Because they'll ask.
Yeah,
ask them how long they want to serve.
Yeah.
Kind of like going into Mexico and say, how much is it? How much do you have?
yeah.
So do you want to talk to Dan then?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Otherwise, we don't have any females on that. I'm trying to think, in Thompson area, what other females would be there in that category?
And it's a commission that you can tell them it hardly ever meets.
Right.
It's,
You're gonna ask for it, Cindy? You're gonna ask for it.
I can't, yeah.
Is there anybody that owns a business?
Well,
I would just go with what you got. It's fine.
Do that, or, well,
Carol.
I guess she's part owner, and, Fleener, Alyssa.
Melissa. Or Kara Crawl, or I mean, Chapman.
Chapman.
She's been a business owner there for a long time.
Who's she?
She's got hair cutting there.
She's
Thompson.
Oh, okay, all right, I don't know. What was her maiden name?
Crawl.
Oh,
That would have been Gary's niece,
oh, all right, all right.
Mary Green, was her mother. Is her mother. What do you think? Want to stick with Dan, or you want to go with?
I would ask Dan, I guess, first.
Okay,
All right.
that's fine. We'll make every other effort for females. Is that it then, for that one? Enterprise Zone Commission, back to that one. You gonna serve on that one with Bill and the others?
Which one was that?
Enterprise Zone. Don't see any. Larry Weaver is from Buffalo then.
Yeah.
Looks like it's spread out across the county. Examining Board,
I just need to fix the dates on those.
okay. I'm sure Cheryl will do it.
Is Dennis Yagi still on it? Guess we would have to reappoint.
How often does that one? What do they do?
6-year term.
Don't know. Is that something with Sue? McCullough?
Is that the one that appoints Sue?
No, that's the conference board.
No. There's a separate committee that
Oh.
comes up with the name for the assessment. I think
Could
it was the examining board. Because Dennis used to serve on her board of review, and that might be why he was on there.
Okay.
Okay, it is to do with the conference board, but under Iowa code, come on, no, it didn't come up. Maybe I should have come up. Oh, there it is. It's a download. Examining Board. At a regular meeting of the Conference Board, each voting unit of the Conference Board shall appoint one person who is a resident of the assessor's jurisdiction to serve as a member of Examining Board to hold an examination for the position of assessor and deputy assessor. This examining board shall organize as soon as possible after its appointment with a chairperson and secretary, which I don't know if they've done that or not. It wasn't that long ago they appointed Sue when Lowell retired. It was kind of a no-brainer then because she'd done it so many years. All its necessary expenditures shall be paid as provided. Members of the board shall serve without compensation. The terms of each shall be for 6 years. So Cheryl's would be 2026. So I think so it's actually, we would have the ability to appoint one of these, we just don't know which one we appointed.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was Cheryl, though. Okay, so on the examining board, each entity appoints a member. And I think we appointed Cheryl, didn't we? If I remember
You know,
right.
it sounds familiar.
Yeah, and I think Dennis was probably appointed by one of the other entities, the cities or the count, or the school boards. And then Steve Hasbrook was by the other. So
Okay.
we'll just go with we appointed Cheryl, and we're redoing her,
Okay.
if you're okay with that.
Mhm.
So yeah, each entity appoints somebody to that examining board for the appointment.
Who's on that board on your list?
I have Cheryl expires in 2020, Steve Hasbrook expires in 2025, and Dennis Yagi in 2025.
Okay.
That would think
I've
they'd
got both
stagger.
Hasbrook and down as 19, so we must have.
Just didn't get updated because it's
Yeah.
a 6-year term. So we'll make Cheryl 2026. FEMA board, yeah, you guys never met for that. But I suppose they have to have it. So you're gonna be on that one.
Yeah.
As busy as it is.
Yeah.
HIPAA Compliance Committee, Kelsey, Carla, myself, Sandy, and Alex. I guess I can be on that again. HIPAA Privacy Officers, County Attorney and Carla. Homeward Housing Trust Fund, I serve on that every year. They have an annual meeting that we go to, and we have it in our budget to put money towards the investments in what we considered underprivileged, or the people that could really use help with their home.
Oh,
That's some of what Sandy does.
Mm.
She helps with that funding. I can't remember how many counties are involved in it, but we all throw money into a pot. And it is all started by the utilities, the electric utilities.
okay.
And then there's state match involved. We put our money in, we can get grant money. But you have to make less than like $24,000 a year to qualify for any of the funding. So it's a good deal for the people that own property and can't afford to fix up their house. ICAP rep, Carla and Bill. ICAP is our insurance provider for our liability, right?
Mhm.
What's that stand for again?
Iowa County's assurance pool or
Yeah,
something.
something like that. IGHCP, we
It
are
doesn't
no longer
exist
a part of
anymore.
it, so we cross that one out.
Yep.
That used to be our insurance. Inheritance tax appraisers. Are they all, is that like a yearly term,
4 years.
4 years? So they all expire at the same time. Where's Tim Alderson from? He's from Forsyth. Is that Harry's son?
Yeah. He used to live in Thompson, didn't he?
Huh?
Thompson?
Not that I know.
No? I don't remember.
Their farm used to be, you know where Shutter's Hog Building is?
Yeah.
Right on the south side.
Oh,
That was the Halverson tract that went into the DNR.
oh,
And then there was farms down this way, I think they still own
huh.
by the bulk plant.
Okay.
So, I don't know if we he's active in real estate or not?
He used to do a lot of appraisals.
Did he?
Yeah.
He probably still does, I don't know. And then the map 21, that's the one I serve on down in Mason City. It's the transportation policy meetings I go to. We're in region 2 of all the transportation funding. So our county engineer goes to the meeting with all the other county engineers, and then they, in a friendly way, allocate monies towards each county. You know, everybody takes their turn. You try to keep it equal, you know, per capita and valuations and stuff. And then we also are in control of the transportation, the buses and things like that. So. Community Action Board, I think that's one of those Mike did attend most of the time down in Mason City. They help with like insulating and fixing up people's houses with it's a different pot of money, windows and insulation and things like that. You're willing to serve on that.
How will all these boards get my name and email?
I was- Send it out. They usually ask me who we've appointed, and then I just send them out.
Email.
The names.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of it comes by email. Sometimes you'll get a packet in your mailbox.
Yep, from Nyakog especially, there'll be stuff in your mailbox.
Yeah, my regional emergency management one. Sometimes they'll put it in my box on Tuesday afternoon or whatever after I've been here, and the meeting's on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Now they started emailing it to me, so I have it. Nyakog, you want to serve on that one?
Sure.
That's a good one. Yeah, so I think you're the alternate for it, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then we appoint Cassie also. I think she replaced, do you remember who she replaced that wasn't go?
Don't remember.
Yeah,
It's been a long time ago.
yeah, but I remember appointing her. I'm trying to think. The F-21. I'm just thinking we had another representative on there that hasn't been showing up. It was Ron. Oh. Did we replace him with somebody? One of the, usually somebody is a city council representative somewhere. Oh, we put Candy on there.
On map 21?
Yeah. Candy's our representative on
I
there.
don't,
You look back, I'm sure we appointed her at some point. 'Cause there's two. A county and a city representative.
I don't have anybody, like, I went back to 2016, I don't see anybody else on there ever.
She's been going, not lately, but.
Well, maybe she goes for the city.
No, see, the only ones on there that are appointed by a city are the big cities. Eldona, Clear Lake, Charles City, and Mason City. And then each of the counties can appoint one member. And we had Ron Holland on it for a while, but he wasn't showing up, so we replaced him with, he even told me he didn't think it was worth his time going down. So we put Candy on there. Probably 3-4 years ago when she got to be mayor.
I don't ever show us appointing anyone else.
Well, we should probably put her on there for certain. She was serving on it. If you're okay with that.
On the map 21,
Yeah,
and it's Candy Bandit.
yeah. And I think Bill is just an alternate.
Okay.
Okay. North Central Regional Emergency Response. I've been serving on that one. They have the meeting the same day as the map 21, so they have to go down once for the two meetings. And Andy's served for us too. And then the Regional Housing Authority. I think Wayne is the alternate. Has Bruce been going? I wonder.
He was for a long time. I mean, I haven't heard anything from him for a while, but
Okay. That's federal money that comes our direction, and I can't remember what title number they utilize funds from, but people will move from Chicago just to get the housing money, and then they take it back with them because they're out of money in those areas, and they come here just long enough to lock it up, then they take that money back with them to Chicago.
And there's people over there telling them how to do it.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not theft.
Well, I've talked to Steve King about it, and he's never done anything about it, so just talk to him next. One of those things bigger than we can control. The North Iowa Vocation Center Board,
Where does that meet?
I think that's Mason City. Is that the vocational center?
I don't know that one.
Well, that's not, I'm trying to think, what's it called now? The, because there's the big region for the employment thing. Remember, they redid that? And, but then there's the local region of that meets in Mason City.
So this is the more local one than
I
North
think so,
Iowa
if
one?
I'm correct. I'm trying to see if it's anywhere else on here. I don't see it. No, Workforce Development Board. That's what it is. That's the one I'm thinking of. So the vocational center. Mason City.
Nivik? Yep. So that's a lot of transportation too.
Good question.
It's like Nivik, huh?
Yeah.
We have social media presence, that's all I'm looking at.
I'm just looking at the website, and it refers you to another .com that doesn't work. American Job Center. Connected with that. Services.
both North Iowa Vocational Center and North Iowa Transition Center.
Okay.
And those two together are called 43 North Iowa. I can keep looking at it, I mean, I'm trying to expand it.
Okay.
Would.
Yeah.
Research a little bit.
And we appoint our official newspapers every year. These are the ones
We did get requests from all three newspapers, the Summit, the Tribune, and the Graphic.
just a little history. We did have an issue with the Summit. They actually charge almost twice as much as the other two.
The other two put together.
And they're making headway now. They've got a new editor.
Okay.
I guess it's up to you guys whether you want to budget for extra money for, and we're already putting some stuff in it, but
In the Summit, it's really, really hard to navigate their website and,
you have to pay to be on their website.
I've phoned them for, just when I was trying to run ads and stuff, and it was really difficult.
And we use them for elections and stuff, but
And some drainage stuff. Anything
Yeah.
that's to do with this area, we will put the drainage in it. But for our official publications, for our minutes and our other things, it's expensive. And it's not required.
Well, I know that the Lake Mills Graphic appreciates it very much.
Well, they have a bigger circulation than Fort City Summit, for sure. They do
I
sell
would like a separate motion for the official papers, if I can get that.
What do you guys think? Stick with the two we have?
Well, until they've solidified their progress.
Yeah. And maybe they can come down in price. It's pretty outrageous.
Okay, well, then I'll make a motion to have the BC Tribune and the Lake Mills Graphic as our official newspapers.
I'll second that.
Got a motion from Jens Vogt and a second from Smith to make the Buffalo Center Tribune and Lake Mills Graphic our official newspapers. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. P4C Governance Board, you've been serving on that one, Bill?
Yeah,
That's down in Mason City still.
meets in Mason City at the DHS building. You know where that's at?
I do not.
It moves,
Yeah, it's down in
the old Walmart.
no,
That's not.
it's, oh, what was it, used to have their, Curry's or something, used to have their offices there or something. But you gotta
Oh,
go,
is it way back in?
it's way back
By
behind,
the
by the railroad
industrial-
tracks,
Yep, I know what
down
it
in
is.
there,
Mhm.
yeah.
That
And,
building was that building donated to them or something, somehow?
I can't remember that. I know they moved a bunch of their services there when the roof fell in on that old school building. And whether I believe they're leasing it,
Oh,
because CSS also has offices in there.
Okay.
And just when the meetings were all gonna be there, we're not in it anymore. Have to go to Alameda County anyway.
All right. Port Authority, I've been serving chair of that, and we've had Beth Riley, Fort City, serving on it. Melissa Michaelis is on it too, but she's serving under Worth County. So they appoint. That's why we have Beth on there. That she has a world of knowledge for us. Public Safety Commission. Bill's the alternate. Yeah, that's the other,
Haven't we,
that's the one. That's the one we meet out at the Regional Emergency Management, or the emergency management.
Okay.
Yeah,
Since I don't
that's
think
the
I've
other
ever-
budget I was talking
I
about,
don't think I've ever been to one.
yeah. Well, I think, didn't I
Did you have?
check, you filled in one time for me?
Did I?
I don't know if it was here or out there.
Yeah. Or maybe it was.
That sets the budget for the emergency management. And the dispatchers, they handle the dispatchers. But otherwise, it's an appointee from the different cities. Second judicial, those been serving on that one, I'm the alternate. Soil conservation service, those are elected or are they appointed?
Those are elected, but we need to fix those.
Title VI. What's Title VI?
That's that, you know, that lady came that time and it's,
Oh, yeah. It's
Rights
federal,
and-
that's federal money related. You have to keep up your criteria
yeah,
for reporting. That's why we're supposed to have people sign into a meeting every week.
that kind of got complicated with COVID though, so
Yeah.
we haven't been,
If we're getting any federal funding, we have to meet their requirements for public access. Transportation policy. What? See now, transportation policy is the map 20. I don't know why we have it twice.
well, there's Candy on that one.
Yeah.
So do you want me to just delete the map 21?
Map 21, it's just a transportation policy.
Delete it?
Because map 21 is the name of the current funding,
Okay.
and it changes every time Congress changes the bill.
Okey dokey.
Mike Stenford is on that, does that mean I'm?
He's the alternate. He's the alternate. I'm the transportation policy person, and Mike's the alternate.
Right, so cross,
So you'd be the alternate now?
yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Candy's the regular. Veterans Affairs, these are all recommendations from Veterans Affairs that we just kind of ratify it, don't we?
Yeah, she asked for, Dave to be reappointed.
Okay, something like that, 2026,
It's just 3 years.
all 3 years?
Yep.
Lead Commissioner, Rick Lilly, you know Rick?
I do not. Where is,
He works under Schwartz,
okay,
County Conservation. He has a crew that helps him spray the roadsides for us.
you could give them more money than
Well, or try to get it done more efficiently, one of the two.
something.
If you ever have a problem, just usually let Robert know.
Robert? Okay.
Either that or they just need a more effective spray or whatever, because it's, the main complaint is trees. It just,
We had a problem there for a while where they were spraying too far into the fields. They weren't getting off and getting close. They were spraying it from the road too far.
these chairs, it'd be nice if they had a little better latch on.
And we try to have communication between the equipment operators on the roads and them to let them know. They try to do it every 3 years or whatever, or on each road, but sometimes it doesn't keep up.
You know,
Because if you got
Weeds
dogs,
are becoming, resistant.
and
that
then,
too,
and then the other part is that we only spray noxious weeds, what's considered noxious weeds. What people want to get rid of is not a noxious weed, like the, what's that, yellow
Wild
one?
parsley.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that stuff's nasty.
It's really hard to kill.
It's nasty, yeah.
It should be noxious.
It's dangerous.
Winworth Petco Executive Board, we all three serve on that. And Workforce Development Board, that's the one in Mason City, that's more localized region. I'm the alternate. Compensation Board, let's see, who's up? Nobody's up this year. We're only in charge of the supervisor ones. We both got some years left. Is there any changes to that this year?
Julie Swenson, I think. I'm trying to remember who she's, Dave Stephenson?
Dave Stebbins?
Yes, maybe? Can't remember off the top of my head, but I think that's who she said.
You'll have to get that in there. But each elected office gets to pick their representative. How about the sheriff?
Steve Hasbrook.
Okay.
Yes.
And that one's
Not
on
yet.
Wednesday, is it?
Yes.
Oh, you got it? Well, you got it emptied out.
And where is that at?
It'll be at TSB,
TSB downstairs.
so we can socially distance.
In the back way.
Oh, okay. You gonna leave it at Daryl's? All right.
And then the rest of the trustees is all by recommendation of the, is there any empties there?
You know, I was thinking there was one, but I'm not seeing it.
Michael Throne?
Wasn't it Rake? I
was
can't remember.
thinking Michael
Yeah,
Throne.
Bennett
Michael
Plum
Throne might be
passed
occupied.
away.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to get something from them.
Do you want to check with Logan then?
So they just need to be property owners to be trustee, is that it?
Yeah.
Within that area?
Because Mike Swanson doesn't live in Lake Township. He works there.
But he's still in the county.
Yeah,
But he should own property in the trustee, or in the district where they live.
he owns property.
He owns property.
Okay. As long as he.
You gonna check with Logan to see if they're gonna replace him?
Logan, which, isn't it Lincoln? You said Bennett Kwame, right?
Well,
That's Lincoln.
no, I said Logan, Michael Throne.
What's wrong with him
He's not around here right now.
right now?
Yeah. He's in jail.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
Well, it's gonna be for a while.
Oh.
Yeah, I would think that you might want to look for an alternate, right?
Yeah, I think in their best interest, they may want to have somebody that can show up to the meeting.
Okay.
So talk to Darius or something.
Well, Fred's the
Fred. He's the clerk.
clerk, but you can talk to Darius too. I know. Either way.
You want me to talk to him then?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll find out.
You want to talk to Melissa Dubay? Because I've asked her already for a name and I haven't gotten anything.
Okay,
See if she can come up with somebody.
all right.
Thank you.
Do you need someone to replace her, or?
No, Bennett Kwame
Bennett Kwame died.
passed away.
Rather unexpected.
Alrighty then. We'll wait for updates next week and then we'll just pass them all at once if that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, so do we want to approve what we did today or just wait till next week?
I think let's just wait till next week and do it all.
Alright, so we'll table the rest of that. We'll move on to approve county holidays for calendar year 2021.
You know, stamp those before you send it on, please.
I don't wanna have to make any more motions.
Well, I know, I don't want you to overexert.
Yeah, I didn't get hardly near enough calories this over Christmas.
Yeah, me either.
All right.
I didn't try to sneak any extra in.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how everything falls this year. We've had problems before, the way things fall. You know, it's tricky sometimes. Otherwise, the rest of it. Okay. Did we have a motion?
No, not yet.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
I move to accept the holidays for 2021 for the courthouse. As listed.
I'll second it.
Okay. Got a motion from Smith and a second from Jensvold to approve the county holidays for calendar year 2021. And it says up here courthouse, but it's also for the all of the employees of the county. Just a clarification on that. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Other organizational duties, do you have any?
Nope.
All right. Consider for approval resolution to postpone tax sale.
You wanna
This has
give
been-
Julie a call?
You've been kept keeping up on
I
that?
have. Has it been since March though, or how long has it been?
Since, summer? Or-
Tax sale usually is in
August.
June, so we've been postponing since then.
And the reason for the postponing has been the COVID
I think so,
situation,
yeah.
that they just don't think enough interest would be.
I don't know really. You'll have to ask Julie when she comes down.
Okay.
Hi Valerie, is Julie available? We're talking about the tax sale or? All right, thank you. Oh, there she is.
She must have been watching.
She was spying.
I am fine.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the resolution.
Who is AJB Enterprises?
I think that is Al Brunswick, isn't it? AJB is what it says on his truck.
Mhm.
Okay, all right.
And we're asking to have the tax sale postponed until, we normally have it in June, every year, the third Monday in June. But because of COVID, we couldn't.
Yeah, we
Actually
weighed,
have it.
yeah, is it worth having it? And are you gonna have enough people participating in it? Is it gonna be worth it?
Yeah, and that's the thing, is the cost to advertise last year's tax sale now. And then again, in June of this year, we have to do the tax sale, hopefully, for
Okay.
2019 tax.
So what is it costing you to wait?
Well, it isn't costing, well, I pulled the
We're charging
delinquent list.
interest.
Yeah, we're charging interest, so
Sure.
there's penalty on the delinquent taxes from 2018. And we're still at about 73,000 of delinquent tax for 2018.
Wow.
Mhm. Yeah. But people have been coming in as they can, and they're paying the tax dollars that they can, and
So
trying to
you
keep.
work with them on a monthly payment schedule?
Yep,
or
for
something?
taxes, we can do that. They can come in and put down whatever they can to put towards their taxes. Specials and drains have to be paid in full.
Unless they've set up,
Well, a waiver, yeah, but they're still, they have to pay that full payment. that's due. I mean, like if they have a $10,000 special assessment or a drainage assessment and they waive it for 10 years, they're still subject to that one payment that they were scheduled to pay in 2018.
Right.
Yeah. So hopefully in June of this year, we can hold a tax sale, and then we will be able to bring in the 2018 year and the 19 year all on one tax sale. And hopefully everybody, all the treasurers will be doing their tax sale and open it up to all the bidders. Some of the treasurers have tried to do the tax sale, and with the Tyler technology or the other systems that they have, it's been very difficult because now we've even crossed over different levy years. And just to bring everything in, it's just been really hard for them to get it all to balance out. So some of the treasurers have just decided to not even run it because of the cost and just worry about it and advertise the one time in June.
I would think by June, we're gonna have a better handle on the COVID thing.
Well, we sure hope so.
Vaccinations.
Yeah, we sure hope so.
Alright. Well, I'll entertain a motion to approve the resolution.
I make the motion to approve a resolution to postpone tax sale.
I second that.
A motion from Jensvold and a second from Smith to approve the resolution to postpone tax sale. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, motion carries.
And I have to do this every month
I've been watching you.
with the, oh, okay, with the
I
code.
see you do it.
Okay, yep, every month and
That's
then,
why I was kind of wondering how much it was costing the
Yeah.
county to wait.
yeah, well, it's just our
Yes.
delinquent tax and,
It's the,
you know, we're not doing any extra advertising.
yeah.
We do send out delinquent notices to the people that do have delinquent, so it's just our mailing and our time of doing the mailing. But we're wanting to, Terry, do you want to date it? And, oh. So we do try to keep, you know, the past people that are delinquent informed and everything, so.
She's got to sign.
Yep, you want him to stamp it first, and then I can make copies.
Oh, you're going to stamp it too.
So we do that extra work just to notify the people that, hey, you know, these are still outstanding, please, when you can.
You have to stamp it though.
Oh, stamp it. I was gonna say, I thought you said something about signing it.
No,
Oh,
Carla.
I don't think I gotta sign it.
No, just stamp it.
Now I get it back. Stamp.
Oh my gosh. Then I'll leave a copy originally. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, it's been kind of an off year for everybody, no
So
matter.
is that just one, that's just one, what we just approved or whatever it is?
This is the resolution for January, so I'm not gonna hold the tax sale for 2018 for January.
Okay,
Next month it'll be February.
okay.
So hopefully in June you don't need to see me. We hopefully can go ahead with it.
I
and-
saw we had on the agenda originally, we were going to talk about the U.S. Fish and Wildlife.
No, that was an error, I
It was
believe.
just copied from last year.
All right.
Yeah, because I seen that too and I thought, oh, I don't think I have anything for that as, at this point.
Yeah.
Going forward, we might see some more abatements on that
Okay.
because they just won't pay. They just don't want to pay the drainage.
Because they can.
Yeah,
It's just
right.
not, it's not right.
No, it really isn't because they want all this property. They don't keep it up and clean and you got trees and everything else growing in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're part of the drainage district, but
But
they
they
won't pay.
won't pay.
No, so they get billed, you know, for any work that's there, but then when they don't pay, we have to abate that off and then it goes back to the farm owners,
Reapportioned.
portioned out.
And we've tried to talk to Joni Ernst and Senator Grassley, and we don't get anywhere.
No. And I have sent many letters in to the Fish and Wildlife, and I get letters back with a big stamp on it that they don't have to pay, and I even had a visit from the DNR guy, and
And I suppose the pilot program doesn't replace those
no,
assessments.
it gives us a little bit, but
It
nothing.
gives us for property taxes, but not the
Mhm.
special assessments.
And it's like, between $6,000 and $7,000.
Pilot is payment in lieu of taxes. So like out in Utah, where 80% of their state is government owned, they get a lot of replacement money.
Yeah, and for what we lose for them not paying, the 6,000 to 7,000 isn't, it's a little bit, but not what we're
It
losing.
can't possibly be a drop in the
No.
bucket, can it?
Mhm.
Drop in the litigation bucket.
But we'll take it, you know, it's
Yeah.
money that we're getting, so,
So between them and railroads,
yeah, the railroads.
railroads make up their own rules.
Okay. So is there any
Thank you.
other questions? All right, thank you.
Consider for approval master matrix resolution. This is what we do every year to allow us to review the master matrix applications.
This will also be stamped, right?
If we don't do this every year, then
No,
we're
I don't
completely out
stamp
of
my
the
resolutions.
DNR on having to say it.
No.
Oh,
for any-
Julie always stamps her resolutions. I never stamp my resolutions.
Okay, so see, didn't we just stamp it?
Yeah, I don't, but
I always figured if it's got a place for signature and date,
then you don't need to stamp it.
yeah.
She just likes her stamped and that's fine. I just don't do mine.
This just gives us a say in that master matrix.
Not much of one.
No, because we have challenged them. We had somebody that was not taking care of their hog facilities, and they were going to add on. It was right next to our county park, and we fought it, and we got it anyway.
Then we also tried to stop the construction of one too. You can deny their construction permit, but in the end, the state will okay it anyway, if they meet the master matrix.
But if we don't do this, we can't even talk about it at our meeting.
Yeah, you can't even make a stink about it.
Literally.
That was gonna say pun intended.
So, make a motion on that one?
sure. Do I have to reread it
Well,
back to you?
I usually read it off here.
Oh, you do? Oh. I can make a motion to approve the master matrix resolution. And that's just a yearly thing too?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Yeah, it's dated.
Yep.
So we got a motion from Smith and a second from Jensel to approve the master matrix resolution for 2021. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
The first year I was in office, I missed a deadline on one of the master matrix things too, and you don't, I've never done it again.
So where can I see that? In,
The master matrix, it comes to our office and it gets distributed whose ever region it is.
oh, okay,
And then you go out
So
and meet
then-
with the DNR out there to score it,
oh, okay,
if you so wish.
well, I wish.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Now in Hancock County, Andy Buffington is the zoning administrator, and he goes out and with the supervisor and does all the measuring and does all that, but it's always just in our county, the supervisor that's in the district has gone out and done it, so. But maybe it's something that you guys want to consider, you know, in the future, having maybe our zoning or someone else going with you to,
Might be nice to have the zoning guy there in a sense, but, really, it's, you look at the site, just read the paper, they've already got it all out on paper for you.
Yeah, but you gotta make sure they're not fudging it. a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, if you can see something like, they say they're so far from the creek and they're not.
Yeah, there's been times we've found errors on the master matrix.
And they usually rectify it
Yeah.
and they'll get passed.
So who from zoning would be invited to,
Matt Duvay is our zoning administrator.
Marie, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's also
Yeah.
a surveyor by profession.
And he also just became Worth County's,
Did they appoint him? I heard they were gonna.
Zoning?
It's not a huge demanding job, but you know, they were in need and he already had the experience, so
well,
it's gonna be challenging over there compared to here.
he is getting paid better over there too.
Yeah.
I did tell him, this is, well, they got a lot more going on over there than we have here.
We just pay him by the hour as he puts in. So
Yeah.
it's not a big budget.
And his, zoning board meets here.
Mhm.
Well, unless it's a public hearing. Then they meet like in Buffalo Center when they did the servants.
Oh, the last couple times they've just met here.
As well, that was a public hearing though.
Yeah, but they've had their public hearings here.
Okay. Well, what was that one we were over there for the turbines? That was a public hearing.
Maybe because they needed more space.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
But the last two times we've had zoning
Was it
meetings,
the
they've just been
Heritage
here.
Center or something
Yeah.
over there?
Yeah,
They should have had the bigger room.
yeah, they should have had the big room, because that room ended up being, we wouldn't have been able to social distance.
No. Anyway, he was
75-30, isn't it? And we always gotta pick the phone up, because if we,
Hi Scott, we're ready for
you
you.
can just hit the buttons and have it dial in, but it messes that phone
It
connection
mutes
up.
us on
I think I saw that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I saw that, so now you have a new learning curve. You
About the
guys.
time I started remembering to pick the thing up, then all of a sudden I don't have to do it anymore, I'm way over here.
I guess while we're waiting for Scott, anybody have any questions on the semi-monthly county claims?
I'll make a motion to approve the semi-monthly county claims.
Did you have any questions on it?
I do, well, I always have questions on them, but I don't have it in front of me.
I'll second it, and then we can discuss it. So, anything particular you got a question on?
The Bob Barker one, and, just
Oh,
what
Yeah,
some of them
that's just
even were.
supplier for the
Yeah.
jail.
Yeah,
And you're always welcome to call our office ahead of time. That's why we send them out early, so that if you have a question, you can call us and
Yeah.
we'll happy to go through them with you.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was-
sometimes the way they're tagged is really weird.
yeah, what was the one I was looking at, I couldn't remember, it was,
This time, you mean?
no, last time.
Oh,
It was some, they had an interesting name on it, that I'm like,
Send that, please.
kinda like Bob Barker, when you think of the Price is Right away.
okay, so we got a motion from Jens Vogt and a second from Derby to approve the semi-monthly county claims. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Carried.
Have we officially been looking for them?
No, I just take it so quick. Time filler.
Yeah.
Morning, Scott.
Morning. You get these?
Sure, I'm in charge of the stamper now. Look out.
Get used to the new orientation.
You were lucky
here.
to reach across this desk without getting your hand stamped. Oh, that's my plate.
We're on my item, I
Yes,
suppose.
yes,
Yep.
please.
Don't have anything major to discuss today. We'll be posting the job for a maintenance superintendent this week. Of course, we approved that job description last week, so the job advertisement language is pretty similar, just boiled way down. And we're gonna post that in the local papers and on our website, and it'll be on the radio as well here from KOWs. Any questions on that? That hiring process will probably take all of this month. And depending on who we choose, where they're working and how long they need, it could be close to a couple months before we kind of have a good handle on what our staffing looks like. Other than that, I'm digging into the budget, trying to get stuff prepared for my submittal deadline here coming up next week. I mentioned it to Carla, but I got a half-hour slot to present my budget, but usually that's not quite enough with how much I have in my budget.
I told him he talks too much, but he still thinks he needs more, so.
Awesome. More to give.
I do have a little extra time that day. I won't be leaving that.
Okay. Well, we can put you after everybody's done then, or,
That, or if you're going early that day, I can just be ready in case you're a half hour ahead of schedule. Something.
yeah. Did I put you on the first day or second day?
I can't remember.
I think the second day, and we could do it as soon as the board meeting's over, we could call you up.
Okay. I'll just make sure I'm ready so I can always squeeze in.
We had him at 1:30 in the afternoon on the first day,
Oh, so, okay.
followed by Steve.
We can always put you in on Tuesday too, after.
Okay.
No, this
I
is
know,
on
but-
the
or-
18th.
On the 18th.
Is that the new one that I sent out,
Yeah.
like
I
Friday?
think so.
Okay.
It usually changes by the time we get there.
Okay.
Somebody has a conflict with it.
You guys got any questions for me or anything you'd like to talk through?
She had a good question earlier that I couldn't conclusively answer. The state was out putting down brine today. Does the county use much brine?
We don't use brine the same way that you see the DOT putting it down with tanker trucks, and I think they even have trucks with big tanks in the back of the trucks, and they'll just put down liquid brine as kind of a preventative measure to storms. They'll be out maybe the day before we have an ice storm in the forecast. We have brine tanks on our plow trucks, and it serves the purpose of pre-wetting the salt when we spread it down. And salt's pretty benign in solid form, but once it's kind of wetter and starts to become a saline solution, salt and salt water, then it becomes much more active. So by pre-wetting the salt, it's supposed to work faster, especially when it's very cold. So our brine tanks don't hold near as much. They're just kind of backpacked on top of the back of the truck.
Do you, if you know there's gonna be some freezing rain in that, do we ever go out and lay anything down, or we just do more reactive?
Let's see, in general, we're more of a reactive in our strategy. We have done, in recent years, I know that they have done some pre-treatment with the salt and laid it down if we think we're gonna have like a freezing rain ice storm. The reason we don't do a lot of kind of preventative brine application is because anytime you have salt on the road when there's a chance of wind, it can be more of a problem than a solution. It starts to catch things that would otherwise blow across and be not a problem at all.
So it's okay for intersections maybe, but not so much down the road.
Yeah, even intersections can be a problem. A lot of the truck drivers will know where their protected areas are, where there's large enough groves and maybe CRP, different things that affect the way the wind blows. They'll treat some of those areas selectively, knowing that they won't really ever have blowing snow problems. They're more likely to have snow, settling in those areas and accumulating. if maybe hills like Pilot Knob Hills, that gets treated a lot too. It's out of the wind and very steep. So, overall, that's, we try to make the wind our friend and not our enemy. And that's different for the state because they have round-the-clock plows when they need them. So it's always brine, plow, and they can always kind of, well, they can try and stay ahead of it that way. Whereas if we put a little bit down and it started to freeze and we went home for the day at the end of our plow hours, you know, at the very latest 6 o'clock, overnight it's just building, and we don't have a chance to kind of keep scraping it during that melting period. So, different strategy than the state for sure.
Personally, I like your strategy better.
You know, in a lot of cases, I think the other day too, they had put some down, and ours were better than theirs without really any attention. Just because, you know, I mean, look down most gravel roads that have empty ditches, or, you know, the snow's fine until you get tracks through it, or it's plowed to the side, you start to create taller and taller banks.
Yeah.
And, you know, so you try to let nature help you instead of hurt you, and that's why we do all the preventative mowing in the fall and trying to pull out fence lines and different things that can cause havoc for snow drifts and stuff like that.
Now I'm educated.
What's that?
Now I'm educated.
Yeah, as much as I am anyway.
Thank you.
I'm going to decide, I don't have any secondary roads. I think I'm good.
Do you have any? Okay. Is our late operators still communicating in the summer with Rick Lilly or Robert Schwartz on weed control?
I wouldn't say it's a formal, organized effort, but when they have bad problem areas and they tell me, I just relay the message onto those guys.
Okay. I know they've got their hands full with just operating the blade, but it'd be nice if they were paying attention to the roadside also to help
Yeah.
out.
When it's frozen like this, how well do the washboards come out?
Oh, I'd say they're pretty noticeable. If we left bad washboards, they're pretty noticeable right now.
No, I mean, how well does it work to try and knock them down?
Oh,
this time of year?
yeah, I don't think we'd be able to touch them. Don't
I
think.
don't know if the blade would scrape the top of those off or not, but
I'd have to consult with the operators a little bit.
they're really bad on the Mill Road and then going towards my brother-in-law's there.
Going north up the Mill Road, or?
North off the Mill Road.
You gotta shift it.
When you get to that first intersection, the 450 up there, pretty bad.
On Mill Road or the cross?
On the Mill Road and 450, which is always, there's a lot of traffic goes
Sure.
that way.
My assumption is that it takes pretty good conditions to do a nice job with that.
I didn't know if you could
Whether they can kind of do it,
just scrape the
half-
top of
half
them off to
job.
minimize it or whatever, but this is the point where if you're not paying attention, you could slide the back end of your vehicle over.
Sounds like you're going too fast.
Huh? It wasn't me. It's one of my nephews. I anticipate. Not as much of it.
driving to the conditions is very important.
Yes, if you come up there hard to that stop sign, you come out from west going east, and then when you bring, I mean, it could.
Yeah, there was probably a small window of opportunity at the end of the fall that we could have gotten some of those
Yeah.
done.
When there's very little moisture this fall.
And they still showed up after that.
Yeah. So I know they were losing windrows and touching up those areas the best they could here between mowing and snow plowing, that little gap there. And again, I don't know how many rains we have in the last couple months of the fall. Couple?
They may be worse on 450th.
But the ones that are more of a concern is on the mill road because you don't have stop there. People that are coming up and down there, it can be a little bit of a surprise if you hit them at speed.
Yeah. Could be the same people that cause those rumble strips too.
Well, no, most of them that are causing them are probably coming from the west because they're taking off and
Yeah, you get those
going to
from,
the west. And it's mostly going south towards town is the worst part of the patch of it from 405, just south of 405.
yeah,
Yeah, and those people are causing the one on the mill road right there, but the ones that are hitting it at a higher speed are the ones that are living
yeah.
further north, so.
You can get those from accelerating and braking, either or, you know, and
Yeah.
then once they start, they just,
Yep, it's just,
gets worse and worse.
yeah, it's just the way it is.
I did receive your email, Scott.
Oh.
Thank you. I cleared up a few things.
Good. Keep kind of information handy for certain things, and you know, there are some things that we get a lot of questions on, so try to have answers put together.
Anything else for Scott? Hearing none. I'll move on to auditor's office. Yeah, we're ready for you.
When you do applications through Indeed, do you make them then fill out the county application?
I do.
How do you do that? Just email them?
I just use their Indeed email and just hit the reply, and then I ask them to, I send them a link with the counties where the
Do that
application.
for each one?
Yep. And then some people don't respond back, and then I've always just, if they can't respond back to that, I would just reject them. Because,
I thought. Okay.
All right, Chris.
There you go. Yeah.
you can leave it open. I just love it because it's loud out there.
It's getting kind of hot in here.
So, anything for drainage today?
I do not. No.
Seems like they might have added some pipe in the last week. I don't know.
I was gonna text him this morning and then I've been working on payroll, so
But
I
I haven't
haven't
seen
done it
any
yet.
equipment move, so
Yeah, so I was gonna see when he was gonna start again.
it's down so far over the hill, like, it's hard to see exactly what's down there. And
Gotcha.
that south road's a level B, and
Oh, right.
so
Is he gonna have trouble getting in there?
No, I don't know that they will. I was gonna say, I just haven't been driving the right truck to go down there.
Oh, right, okay.
But if I was driving my plow truck, I'd just go through myself.
Oh, right, but they should be able to get in okay,
Well, they've been coming.
cause they can come in from the
road.
north.
Yeah, they've been taking long routes. Maybe they haven't. I haven't been down there to see.
They don't know our little shortcuts, maybe.
So, I didn't have anything else for drainage.
Okay. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, all right. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
And Susan, if you wanna come see me after the meeting, if you get a chance. Sure. We can just go over some drainage like things. Oh, okay, thanks, thank you.
Open forum.
I don't think I have anything.
Yep. Hi guys, this is Julie over here, Public Health. I didn't know if you wanted any updates on the COVID or what's going on.
Yeah, we can, if it's just updates, we can do that.
You bet. I just wanted to inform you, we still are in 1A for the vaccine to do the healthcare workers. And then the state is, the nursing homes and their workers are, they're on the state immunization program with the CVC and Walgreens. And then as soon as we get word from the state to move to 1B, then we'll go that way. It all depends on how much we are allocated. We don't know that yet for sure from the state. And more than likely we'll have to do appointments like we have been doing with our flu shots because of the how much we're getting allocated. And we have been in communication with KIOW, and it's on our Facebook page and the newspapers and things like that. So,
Where did first responders, like ambulance and Fire departments, where did they fall in all these categories?
1A and B.
Okay.
Yep. And the thing is we have the Moderna, and there's 10 vaccines in a vial. And once you take that vial and open it up, it's only good for so many hours. And then, so we have to give we have to do it on lots of 10. So we've been setting up, the nurses have gone out and been doing clinics. We had one last Wednesday, and we have one this Wednesday with some of the healthcare people in our communities and stuff.
Okay. So it'll be some time till you get to the 1C
Yep.
category.
Yep. Yep, I believe 1B is 75 and older, and let's see, I can't remember what else. There's a couple other things on there for that one. 1B will be persons ages 75 and older and frontline essential workers, and we're not sure what that definition of frontline essential workers is yet.
All right.
We have not been given that information.
But you're finding enough people to distribute what you have then, within these categories.
Yep, yep,
All right.
yep.
Do you guys have any questions for her? All right, thanks, Julie.
All right, thanks, guys.
You have something?
I just wondered what you decided on the holidays for December, just curious. Since Christmas falls on Saturday.
Oh, I'll send those out after the meeting.
Okay.
He was looking at it though, it was
Yeah. I'm just wondering,
seeing
like,
how it
if
felt.
it's Friday and Monday or
For which one?
Christmas,
Christmas? Yeah, it must be Friday, Monday.
and then New Year's Day, is that gonna be Friday?
New Year's. Says December 31st.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Planning your vacation, you should
It says in the policy book how you handle those days. So we just follow the policy book.
So these are all people who submitted their mileage and regular pay and everything.
That's all, should be payroll. Yep.
This is all payroll. Okay.
You'll see a lot of mileage stuff through the public health.
Mileage should be in claims though for the most part, except
Yeah.
for you guys.
But public health is,
I saw a mileage in here
there's
for
details in
supervisor.
there.
So,
Mike Stenchridge is in there for mileage.
That would be
And
claims.
that would have been payroll for our normal
for
supervisor.
supervisor meetings, yeah.
He
Everybody else
could
is,
get that, but he couldn't get the other part.
you're supposed to do it in the same fiscal year that you're in. It's federal that we have to allow him to do through January. Otherwise, he wouldn't have got that either.
We had an opinion from the external auditor how to handle that one. Was turning in his mileage like every year.
The auditor's office requests that you turn in your mileage every month for budgeting purposes. Didn't always happen.
And mileage includes what, when you're
So
traveling?
supervisors are different than everybody else. So supervisors get mileage for coming into the board meetings, and that goes through payroll. And then if you go to other meetings, that goes on a claim, and that goes to Chris. So you get, and then she should have sent out the new mileage rate for this year. So
And the rate for last year was what? I'm trying to remember what, I just had it in a spreadsheet where
It's
it
pretty
automatically
close to what it was last year, but I think
yeah, I don't remember.
it seems like
changed slightly.
It went up.
it'll go up a little.
I thought it went up, but I don't.
I think it went down.
Really?
Yeah,
And I was reading it wrong then.
We're always forced, what was it?
4 cents lower than the IRS rate.
IRS.
Oh,
That's because I don't remember seeing what it was last year on that email.
And the only reason we made that determination, of course, since under IRS is, well, for one thing, we never wanted to get dinged for being above IRS if we didn't catch a change or something. The other thing was just trying to stretch the county money farther. Anything else for open forum? All right, payroll claims. You guys see anything, question on payroll?
Nope.
but the only question I had was that mileage discussion too. Where did that stand?
When you're chairman, you get to sign them.
Down in Franklin County and some other counties, they have a stamper.
Oh,
They don't have to do it.
And I suppose you'd have to have a stamp for each supervisor that way.
you still have to go through each one.
Right.
Whether it was a stamp or a signature, so I
Right,
don't know if it'd be much faster.
But there's times when your hand's hurting.
Oh, my fingers get numb sometimes when I'm doing it, and I gotta sit there and shake it a
Oh my
little bit.
goodness.
Especially at election time.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
a
signatures.
lot of stuff to sign.
Well, if that's something you guys want, I can,
How much are the stampers?
like $20.
It's that much.
Proceed with that then, under our budget.
I suppose we could.
I just ordered some for the farm, or not.
I don't have to worry about it for another 2 years. Well, unless I'm vice chair.
What happens to those? Are they locked in a someplace when they're not in use?
Probably would end up in, with that.
Yeah,
And they're not.
And they're not locked?
we usually don't block this room unless,
Air,
No, but that's
air
something-
goes in and out of this one. So that's a
There is a
Or
key
they-
thing on the, looks like you can lock those drawers, or is that for just the bigger door?
Probably locked in the thing.
we can find a place to lock them if that's something that you wanna do.
Never had a problem with this. Other than you guys coming in and stamping something we missed.
Oh, yeah, and we don't do that either. We bring it in the next day and have you do it.
Oh,
Because it still has to have a
Next meeting.
signature.
Yeah,
yeah, I would still try to see. Yeah, well, then if we had those stampers, we could get them. I could see Rod.
well then, you don't get a stamper.
Well, I could entertain a motion on the payroll claims.
Make a motion to approve the payroll claims.
So, you can second that.
Got a motion from Jensvold and a second from Smith to approve the payroll claims. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Stand adjourned.